The 12-meter class is a rating class for racing sailboats that are designed to the international rule. It enables fair competition between boats that rate in the class whilst retaining the freedom to experiment with the details of the designs. The designation 12-meter does not refer to any single measurement on the boat. It is not their overall length, for example, but to the sum of the components of the formula that governs design and construction. Typically 12-meter class boats range from 65 to 75 feet in length overall. They are most often sloop-rigged, with masts roughly 85 feet tall. The first 12 meters were built in 1907. The 12-meter class was used in the Olympic Games of 1908, 1912 and 1920, but few boats participated in these events. The 12-meter class boats are best known as the boat design used in the America's Cup from 1958 to 1987. Competitiveness between boats in the class is maintained by requiring the boats to be in compliance with the 12-meter formula. Designers and builders are required to take into account such things as the sail area, the boat length at the waterline, and the boat girth. The measurements are then weighted in the formula. For example, the present formula takes the square root of the sail area rather than total area. The combination of weighted measurements must be less than or equal to 12 meters. Designers are free to change any of the component variables, as well as other details, such as the size of the rudder and keel, so long as the corresponding changes elsewhere produce an ultimate sum of 12 meters and the resulting boat is both seaworthy and safe. Though disparity between boats are minimized by the rule, enough variation exists so that races are as much about design and construction as they are about seamanship and tactics. The 12-meter yachts are also referred to as 12s, or 12 meters. Events: Olympics, World Championships yachts. Onawa and Amp in Metre, the oldest American 12-meter still intact. Vim, designed in 1939 by Olin Stevens, who considered the possibilities given by every aspect of the rules and produced a very fast boat. Vim had numerous innovative features, including a trim tab on the rudder, 2-speed winches and a lighter mast made of duralumin. Vim is considered a benchmark design which was continually refined over her racing career. In 1939 Vim came to the UK and won 19 races out of 28. The next generations of 12 meters designed and built 20 years after Vim was launched still found Vim extremely difficult to beat in competition. Sparkman and Amp Stevens designed 5 successful America's Cup defenders for the NYYC. The first was Columbia, winner of the 1958 Cup, followed by Constellation in 1964. Intrepid won the 1967 and 1970 America's Cups. Courageous won in 1974 and 1977. The last of the S&Amp S-designed 12s to win the America's Cup was Freedom in 1980. Both Intrepid and Courageous are still sailing and racing today. In Newport, Columbia and Freedom are still actively sail. Sceptre, the British challenger for the America's Cup in 1958, is believed to be the only UK challenger still sailing in British waters. Weatherly, designed by Philip Rhodes, successfully defended the America's Cup in 1962. Australia 2, Alan Bond's famous winged keelboat that won the 1983 America's Cup. The boat that ended the longest winning streak in sport. Designed by Ben Lexon, Australia 2 was one of the first racing yachts to use appendages on the keel, which allowed the yacht to point higher, sail faster and be quicker in stays. The keel design also allowed a reduction in weight in the keel, which then allowed other beneficial changes in the measured dimensions, which resulted in a yacht optimized for the conditions on the race course at Newport. Rhode Island, New Zealand, Kiwi Magic runner-up in 1987 Louis Vuitton Cup, and the third 12-meter to be made from fiberglass. Sister yachts KZ3 and KZ5 did not compete at the 1987 America's Cup but took part in the 1986 World Championships in Perth. KZ7 went on to win the 1988 World Championship in Sardinia. Nicknamed the Plastic Fantastic, skippered by Chris Dixon, Stars and Amp, Stripes 87 winner of the 1987 America's Cup, the fastest heavy-weather 12-meter boat ever built. In addition to design, there are other factors which affect racing results. There are other 12-meter designs which are fast boats but struggled to reach their full potential due to inadequate crewing, a lack of preparation, or bad luck, or a combination of both. In the America's Cup era it will always be a matter of debate, but Vim, Intrepid, Courageous, Australia 2, and Stars and Stripes 87 are generally considered to be the best 12 meters in terms of design excellence and performance on the racecourse.